All right, so I ran across this video here on YouTube, and this guy says if you know these 20 words, then you're in the top 1% of people in terms of intelligence or something like that. And I thought, you know what, I got a pretty decent vocabulary, despite all evidence to the contrary. So let me give it a shot, see how I do. So here we go.
Here's question 1. With a blank flick of his wrist, the magician made the coin disappear from sight. Is it rigid, deft, hesitant, or clumsy?
Yeah, 100% deft.
Deft, meaning skillful and quick, is correct. With a deft flick of his wrist, the magician made the coin
off to a
disappear
good start.
from sight.
As soon as you got to get more challenging.
These words, the politician's blank when answering difficult questions earned him respect from both his supporters and critics. Is it flattery, apathy, candor, or indifference?
Candor.
The word candor refers to someone's straightforwardness and honesty.
The
politician's candor when answering too long before starting your homework, you won't have time to finish it.
Masturbate.
Is it demonstrate, duplicate, demean, or dawdle?
That would be dawdle. These are way easier than I thought they were going to be. I gotta be honest.
Is to waste time by being slow. Question 4. The company's blank attempt to cover up the environmental disaster only worsened their public image. Is it blatant,
masturbate,
modest, ambiguous, or altruistic?
The company's blatant attempt to cover up? It's got to be blatant, right? Yeah.
If something is blatant, it's obvious to the point of being offensive that balancing work and family was more difficult than she had anticipated. Is it dismiss, promote, refute,
concede?
Or concede?
It's got to be concede.
To concede something is to admit or acknowledge it.
I mean, dismiss could work too, though, right? Like, she could dismiss it because she doesn't want to face the truth or whatever.
Elena had to concede that balancing work and family was more difficult than she had anticipated. Question 6. Okay. Paul's taste in music is extremely blank. He'll love jazz one week, but hate it the next.
Schizophrenic?
Is it fickle, steadfast, flippant, or cavalier?
I'm going to say fickle. I don't really remember what flippant means, to be honest.
If something is fickle, it changes frequently. At noon, the sun reached its blank in the sky.
Apex?
Is it ellipsis, horizon, zenith, or aberration?
Is it zenith or zenith? Let me know in the comments.
The word zenith refers to the highest point of something. Question 8. The shocking news was enough to blank the public into demanding immediate action. Is it chastise, rationalize, galvanize, or euthanize?
Galvanize 100%.
To galvanize someone is to excite or shock them into doing something. The shocking news was enough to galvanize the public into demanding immediate action.
Was this about the company's cover-up from earlier?
Was deliberately blank.
Are all of these questions in the same cinematic universe?
Simplicity. Is it or?
Well, I wasn't paying attention to the question. The design of the building was deliberately blank, reflecting the architect's preference for simplicity. Deliberately, would that be austere? Because ornate's the opposite of simplistic. Intricate's the opposite. Opulent. It's got to be austere.
Intricate, opulent.
The others are all
austere.
The others all mean like complex or gaudy.
When austere refers to something like design, it means plain and unadorned. Question 10. Students who blank the school's dress code will be required to serve detention. Is it expunge, venerate, flout, or accommodate?
Well, it's definitely not accommodate. I'm going to say flout. Venerate means to, that's like a positive thing. You're like honoring something. Accommodate means, you know, following along. So it's got to be flout. Expunge is not, it's definitely not expunge.
To flout a rule or a law means to intentionally... Okay,
halfway
so
through.
questions are going to get tougher and tougher from this point on. So keep that thinking cap on tight, and good luck.
Oh, what's on,
Question
buddy?
11. Amanda took a blank from her studies to focus on her health and well-being.
Yeah, I'll bet she did.
Hiatus, revival, subsidy, or sinecure?
Hiatus. It's obviously not the other three. I thought they're supposed to... Wait, sinecure?
The word hiatus
what is sinecure?
Pause or a break in
I thought that said sincere. What the hell is a sinecure? Huh. Never heard of that before. That sounds great though. How do I get one of those?
Question 12. The speaker's blank observations were met with yawns and disinterest from the audience.
Like bland or...
Is it dynamic,
banal,
eclectic, banal, or haughty?
Banal for sure.
If something is banal or banal, it's unoriginal and boring. The artist's vision began to blank as he combined different elements into a single masterpiece. Is it coalesce, isolate, metastasize, or distort?
It's got to be coalesce, right? It's not isolate, it's not metastasize, it's not distort.
To coalesce means to come together. Question 14. Rachel is a dedicated vegan. Eating meat is blank to both her values and tastes.
Anathema?
Is it elusive, assertive,
hey, look at that.
anathema, or trenchant?
How smart if I'm predicting what the word's going to be?
If something is anathema, it's strongly disliked. Question 15. The therapist's blank demeanor was instrumental in helping her patients remain hopeful during the recovery process. Is it sanguine, pernicious, apoplectic, or tenuous?
Uh-oh. I think it's the first one. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Pause it. Shut up. It's not tenuous. I don't think it's pernicious. I'm going to go with sanguine. But I don't actually know.
To be sanguine is to be optimistic or positive. The therapist's
sanguine
demeanor was instrumental in helping her patients remain hopeful. Question 16. The lawyer blanked at the terms of the agreement, suggesting they were unfair and needed revision.
That last one was
Is
tough.
It recanted, exceeded, abrogated, or demurred?
Ooh. Wow, these are tough. These got real tough at the end. I don't think it's recanted. To recant means like take back, right? Accede sounds like secede. I'm gonna go abrogated, I think.
To demur is to raise doubts.
Oh, you're kidding!
The lawyer demurred at the terms of the agreement, suggesting they were unfair and needed revisions.
Alright, so I got one wrong.
Question 17. After further research, historians determined that the supposed ancient artifact was merely a blank replica made for the tourist trade. Is it iconoclastic?
The ancient art was merely a... Well, it would be an iconoclastic. But I don't think it's that. I don't know. I'm going to go stolid.
Ersatz, stolid, or diaphanous?
I think it's either C or D.
If something is ersatz, it's
I was
artificial
wrong
or
again.
imitation. After further research, historians determined that the supposed ancient artifact was merely an ersatz replica made...
I don't know what any of these words mean. Stolid, heavy, dull, stupid, not easily moved, lacking in or destitute of susceptibility. Dullness from past... Yeah, I think... Diaphanous. Thin. Sufficiently thin or areas to be translucent. Okay.
Made for the tourist trade. Question 18. The philosopher's vision for a utopian society was dismissed by her critics as a blank. Is it paradigm, tautology?
It's not paradigm. It's not tautology. I know what those words mean. Chimera. Wait, none of these seem right. Chimera is like something that's like a bunch of things like stitched together. It's like an ancient Greek mythical being. A tautology is like a circular argument. I guess it could be that. And then a paradigm is the phrase paradigm shift. That's when like there's a major shift in like the values or like the worldview of like a society. Is it tautology?
Tautology, chimera, or
maybe I
touchstone.
don't know what tautology means.
A chimera is a goal or a dream that's...
Never heard that before in my life. I've never heard chimera used that way before in my entire life. Yeah, fire-breathing she-monster in Greek mythology, having a lion's head, ghost body, and serpent's tail. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, measuring monster compounded of incongruous parts. That's what I was trying to say. An illusion or fabrication of the mind, especially an unrealized dream. Wow. Okay. Well.
That's impossible to achieve. Question 19. The airplane manufacturer's apparent disregard for passenger safety has earned it widespread blank. Is it gestalt, obloquy, cathexis, or anomy?
Anomy. I've never heard any of these words before. No, I've heard of gestalt. I don't know what it means.
The word obloquy refers to
Obloquy.
strong criticism or condemnation. And finally, question 20.
Definitely get this one wrong,
The
too.
autobiography had a noticeable blank.
Omission.
And left out crucial information about the author's early years. Is it syllogism, lacuna, and...
I've heard syllogism before, more I've heard of penumbra, I've heard of lacuna. I don't think it's syllogism.
encomium or
I don't
penumbra?
know.
A lacuna is a missing part or gap in something. The autobiography had a noticeable lacuna and left out crucial information about the author's early years. And that's it. You finished the test. Fantastic work. And I know those last few were really, really tough.
So I
whether
missed,
you got
what,
5
5?
or 10 or even all 20, you should feel very proud of yourself for taking just a little time today to improve your English. Thanks for
Wait, there's no like score thing where it says like if you got here to here, you're great. If you got here to here, you're even more great. Oh, I want to know my score, man. What the hell? So I got 15 out of 20. 75%, so a C. C right on the dot. All right. Yeah, I kind of got destroyed there at the end, but I learned a couple words. Post your score down below. I'll know if you're cheating, so don't cheat.